The United States is the biggest importer of steel in the world, but it now wants to limit what's entering its borders. South Africa is one of 12 emerging market economies that will be hit by a new 25% tariff.
All the BRICS countries are included in the list of those 12 countries. So they feel that the steel sector and domestic production is being impacted negatively by a lot of imports from these countries. But if we were to put that in perspective, if you look at the South African economy, the exports of steel to the US is just about 1.4%. And export of aluminium is just about 1.6%.
South Africa's steel exports totaled $950 million in 2017. The country receives preferential access under the African Growth and Opportunity Act, through which most of the commodity is exported, but it is unlikely to be shielded from the new tariff.
There are several multilateral agreements that are in place. You have the AGOA, even the WTO looks after the interest of countries. But what the US is doing is the US is using another instrument. The US has actually found a loophole in this whole arrangement. It's using the Section 232 instrument, which is arguing for the case of national security.
The latest move by the US could cause an oversupply and lower steel prices, but the cost of steel products could also rise to accommodate the 25% charge.
The impact on employment is going to be huge. It goes into the construction sector, the automotive sector, it goes into your producers of household goods. It's got a whole knock-on effect, even in the agricultural sector, because they use some of machineries, some of steel products in their production processes.
I think we can say that there's a number of fairly small but quite specialized companies that may be affected adversely in South Africa. We don't export large quantities of steel or aluminium to the United States, but we will be making our representation to the United States. We also participate in the G20 working group on the steel issue. We'll continue to play our role in that regard.
The Trump administration is making concessions, and countries have until Friday to make submissions for exemption. Sumitra, Nydoo, CGTN, Johannesburg, South Africa.